We know that change is possible because we see it every day. And we believe that women can make healthier choices for themselves. We want to be able to engage women and have them stay in the program long enough until they start to believe that for themselves. So the empowerment piece for me is to reconnect with really that substance, that essence of who you are as a woman, and you are not what you have done to survive. There are no labels here.
But the Off the Streets program is a place where these women come, usually of the population that's been forgotten. The majority of the women that come into the Off the Streets program has had countless of chemical dependency treatment programs, and for some reason, well, we know the reason, they just can't sustain sobriety and live productive lives.
Off the Streets is one of the programs that, you have to want to do it. It's one of the hardest programs in the city because it's not a program, it's individual based. Everybody, we have the same set of rules, but we work with women on different levels based on where they're at. And to see it all come together at the graduation, it's like, wow, it's magical again.
This city has stepped into an arena that is helping what society considers the foundation of any home, and that's the woman.
What can we help you with? Tell us your story. We'll go from there.
I'm 65 years old, and I've been struggling with addiction for 40-some years. And I had tried recovery, several different forms of it, but I always had to do it for somebody else. Probation or parole, or I was doing it for my daughter, or I was doing it for my family, and it didn't work. I had to finally get real serious and do it for myself.
It's a program about hope and second chances.
It gives you strength. It gives you hope. It lets you know that you are not alone.
Thank you, because you're making a difference in the lives of women.
The entities that support sort of human services initiatives in the community understand the positive impact that the Off the Streets program is having, not just on individual lives, but in the community. So to me, it's significant to have that as sort of a foundation of funding, but we would not have this program if it weren't for generous donations.
And I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm apartment hunting. I'm doing all the big girl stuff.
Well, I want to be a counselor for young girls,
Yes.
young women, especially ones with children, because they always feel like they have to have a man. And you don't. You have to have yourself first.
I had to have lived it to be effective, and so that's what I try to do. So I'm happy about it, you know, and I'm passionate about it. I'm 62 years old. I came in, I got almost 20 years clean, and I feel like I will die still doing this. Yeah.
It saved my life because I truly believe if they hadn't come for me that day, that I wouldn't be here.
You're not a lost cause.
If I had one more thing to add, I would say, because people often ask me about the women, and here's what I'd like people to know. The women in the Off the Streets program are someone's mother, sister, best friend, next door neighbor, aunt. The women in the Off the Streets program are women like me. They're women like the women who are going to be watching this video. I had a friend of mine tell me, who was an early volunteer, but for the grace of God, there go I, that any one of us can have an event, one bad decision, one wrong decision away from a very different path in life. But at the core, these are women who, again, just have so much strength and courage, and I think sometimes it's hard for people to identify. Let me tell you, these are women just like many of the women that I get to work with every day.
It was good? You thought it was good? What'd you think? I am. Look, I'm a natural.